गोपीजना वल्लभा गिरिवराधारी यशोदनन्दना व्रजजनरञ्जना यशोदनन्दना व्रजजनरञ्जना यमुना तीरावनचारी यमुना तीरावनचारी राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी गोपीजना वल्लभा गिरिवरधारी जय गोपीजना वल्लभा गिरिवरधारी यशोदनन्दना व्रजजनरञ्जना यशोदानन्दना व्रजजनरञ्जना यमुना तीरावनचारी यमुना तीरावनचारी जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jaya Radha Madan Mohan, Radhe. Jai Gaura Nitai, Jaya Gaura Nitai. Jaya Jagannatha, Baladeva, Jaya Subhadra. Jai Jai Prabhupada. Nitai Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Jai Vishnupad Brahmams Parivrajagacharya Stotra Sata Shri Srimad is divine. Shila Bhai Charanarvinda Bhakti Vedanta Swami Shila Prabhupada ki jai. Jai Vishnupad Brahmams Parivrajagacharya Ashtotra Sata Shri Srimad is divine grace Shila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Shila Prabhupada ki jai. Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda ki jai. Namacharya Shila Haridas Thakur ki jai. प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद की जय। श्री श्री राधा कृष्ण गोप गोपीनाथ श्याम कुंड राधा कुंड गिरि गोवर्धन की जय। ब्रजभूमि श्री वृंदावन धाम की जय। नवद्वीप श्री मायापुर धाम की जय। पुरुषोत्तम क्षेत्र श्री जगन्नाथपुरी धाम की जय। गंगा माँ यमुना माई की जय। वृंद देवी तुलसी महारानी की जय। श्री हरिनाम संकीर्तन की जय। Srila Prabhupada Transcendental Book Distribution ki jai. The Most Merciful Lordship Shri Shri Radha Madan Mohan Ji ki jai. The Most Merciful Lordship Shri Shri Gaunithai ki jai. Their Most Merciful Lordship Shri Shri Jagannath Baladev Subhadra Maharani ki jai. Granthara Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. Samveta Gaur Bhakta Bunda ki jai. Nithai Gaur Premanande. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories, all glories, all glories to Shri Guru Gauranga. All glories to Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskrityam Naram Shaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudiraye Nashtaprayeshu Bhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttamasloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naishtiki. Today we are reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 4, Chapter 25, entitled The Characteristics of King Puranjana. There is some feedback coming. Somebody can rectify that. Is there no one there? Gauranga. Imam Tvam Adhishtasva. Imam Tvam Adhishtasva. Purim Navamukhim Vibho. Purim Navamukhim Vibho. Mayopanitan Grihnanaha. Mayopanitan Grihnanaha. Kama Bhogan Satam Samaha. Kama Bhogan Satam Samaha. Imam Tvam Adhishtasva. Purim Navamukhim Vibho. Mayopanitan Grihnanaha. Kama Bhogan Satam Sama. Imam Tvam Adhishtasva. Purim Navamukhim Vibho. Mayopanitan Grihnanaha. Kama Bhogan Satam Sama. Imam Tam Aditishtasva. Purim Navamukhim Vibho. Mayopanitan Grihnanaha. Kama Bhogan Satam Sama. Imam Tvam Aditishtasva. Purim Navamukhim Vibho. Mayopanitan Grihnanaha. Kama Bhogan Satam Sama. Imam tvam aditishtasva purim navamukhim vibho mayopanitan grihnanaha kama bhogan satam sama. Any Matajis? Imam tvam aditishtasva purim navamukhim vibho mayopanitan grihnanaha kama bhogan satam sama. Imam, this tvam, your good self, aditishtasva, just remain, purim, in the city, navamukhim, with 9 gates, vibho, O my Lord, maya, by me, upanithan, arranged, grihnanaha, taking, kama bhogan, the materials for sense gratification, satam, 100, samaha, years. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. My dear Lord, I have just arranged this city of 9 gates for you so that you can have all kinds of sense gratification. You may live here for 100 years and everything for your sense gratification will be supplied. Please repeat. My dear Lord, I have just arranged this city of 9 gates for you so that you can have all kinds of sense gratification. You may live here 100 years and everything for your sense gratification will be supplied. Purport by Srila Prabhupada. Dharmartha kama mokshanam daras sampraptati hetavaha. The wife is the cause of all kinds of success in religion, economic development, sense gratification, and ultimately salvation. When one accepts a wife, it is to be understood that he is being helped in his progressive march towards liberation. In the beginning of life, a person is trained as a brahmachari and is then allowed to marry a suitable girl and become a householder. If one is thoroughly trained in household life, he finds all facilities for human life: eating, sleeping, mating, and defending. Everything is there if it is executed according to regulative principles. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam Vancha Kalpatarobhyascha Kripa Sindhubhyevacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Mukam karoti vachalam pangum langaite girim yat kripatamaham vande Shri Gurum Dinatharinam. So King Puranjana, when he saw this woman, she is speaking to him in so many ways where she is inviting him for living with her in the facility for sense gratification. So this, as we have been discussing in this chapter, this is an allegorical presentation of conditioned life, how everyone is stuck in this city of nine gates. This body is called city of nine gates because we have nine holes in this body. They are called nine gates. So in this city of nine gates, how to live in a proper manner. There is a way to live in an improper or irreligious manner, and there is also a way to live in a proper manner. Because now we have this city, we can't just destroy this city. We have to utilize this city for salvation. So, Bhagavatam gives both perspectives. How, if someone leads a regulated life, then they can go towards salvation. And if they don't live a regulated life, then this human body, the great opportunity given to the living entity in the form of human body, will be wasted. So here, in the present context of this verse, she is saying, you live with me for 100 years. In fact, you can have all kinds of sense gratification in this body. What is that? Eating, sleeping, mating, and defending. All of this you can have. So she is inviting him to live with her in that particular body. So Srila Prabhupada is explaining that how dharma, artha, kama, mokshanam dara samprati hetavaha. Dara means wife. So how wife, she actually assists everyone, every human being, when he accepts a wife, she assists him in dharma, artha, kama, moksha. So these are called four purusharthas. Dharma, artha, kama, moksha. These purusharthas are mentioned in the Vedic scriptures, but there is something which is higher than purusharthas. That is called prema. Prema, panchama purushartha. That is called. Chatur purusharthas are dharma, artha, kama, moksha. And panchama purushartha is called prema. Prema pumartho mahan. Prema for whom? Prema for the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Prema for the Lord. So the ultimate goal of life is to actually achieve that fifth purushartha. Not just do with four purusharthas. But in the present society, we don't even have four purusharthas also. Nobody bothers about moksha. Everybody is interested in dharma, artha, kama. And that is also not fully, properly practiced. Mostly it is adharma, not dharma. And through adharma means one gets artha. Artha means money. So when you have money, kama, you can fulfill so many desires. And then, after fulfilling all the desires, after coming to an understanding that though I am fulfilling my desires are not getting reduced, they are only increasing. All my material desires are only increasing. So then one comes to the understanding that I must look for moksha or salvation. So this is the general procedure that one must follow. So all human beings who are conditioned in this world, they have two paths. One path is called pravrutti marga, another path is called nivrutti marga. Pravrutti marga means regulated sense enjoyment. Means you regulate it, and then finally leave it. That is called pravrutti marga. Nivrutti marga means from the beginning you can be disassociated with sense gratification and fully focused in self-realization. That is called nivrutti marga. So, most of the people cannot accept nivrutti marga because it requires great qualification. Like for example, most of the people cannot remain as brahmachari. Very rare people, very few people can remain as brahmachari. Most of the people they have to go through a regular process of brahmacharya grihastha, vanaprastha, and sannyas. So, and there is nothing wrong that if someone is not able to remain as a brahmachari, naishtika brahmachari. Naishtika brahmachari means one accepts the nishta of not associating with opposite sex, rather one wants to simply spend his time in cultivating self-realization. That person is called naishtika brahmachari. But in any case, whether you become a naishtika brahmachari or grahastha brahmachari, there is another thing called grahastha brahmachari. Grahastha brahmachari means one must be trained how to engage in household activities. So that is why the training is very important. How to be a brahmachari. Brahmachare gurukule vasandantor gurorhitam acharan nichavat acharan nichavat dasaha guru suhuda saurdubham. Bhagavatam says this, that one must go to a gurukula and then get trained as a brahmachari. What is the training of a brahmachari? Srila Prabhupada says very clearly, the most important training of a brahmachari is to control one's senses. That is the brahmacharya training. Brahmacharya training is not simply, learning so many different types of knowledge. That is not necessarily what is going on in schools and colleges, the present day school and college. They are feeding you with a lot of information, but what is leaking out is the brahmacharya part is leaking out. Nobody bothers about how to train a person being a brahmachari. And in fact, the opposite is happening. What is the opposite? The boys and girls are freely mixing with each other. And they are speaking with each other, they are texting each other, they are romancing each other. All these things are happening in the present day society. In fact, it is so very common, the mingling of both sexes. In fact, if you don't do that, you are considered to be regressive. You are discriminating against women. That is how people perceive things. So, that is why today there is no control. There are no proper brahmacharis who can be qualified to be a grahastha. Mostly people who cannot control their senses, they will become grahasthas. Since I cannot control my sense, I have to become a grahastha. That is how the present situation is. But in the Vedic situation, it is quite different. People who are trained to be properly controlled, they respect women, and then if they choose, they can become a grahastha. That means accept a wife. For what? It is mentioned here. Accept a wife for dharma artha kama mokshanam dara samprapti hetavaha. So accept a wife for conducting this dharma artha kama moksha. A wife is required for all kinds of religious activities. In fact, it is considered incomplete if the wife is not present in the religious activities. Because they are the ones who arrange everything. They must sit in the rituals and pujas that are done and the sacrifices that are done. We have heard how Lord Ramachandra, when Sita was taken to Valmiki Muni ashram, and as a householder, he had to conduct many sacrifices. So, those sacrifices could not be conducted without the presence of his wives. So, he had arranged for the Sita's golden deity form of Sita, who could sit with him and then participate in these pujas. So that is a proper way of doing things. So that is called pravritti marga. Pravritti marga means slowly you reach the point of renunciation. Because everyone cannot jump to that state of renunciation, because we have so many desires and our senses are very strong. So when you want to fulfill desires, fulfill those desires religiously. Religiously means according to scripture. So there is nothing wrong. Uh, but then one must know what is Grihastha life also. Now the present day society, they don't know what is Grihastha life. Everybody is thinking Grihastha life means what? You earn, I earn, both of us will earn, and both of us will fight. And then, if we have children, they will be spoiled also. So now they have rejected this system also. Marriage system also has been rejected. Now people want to just simply live together so that they don't have to go through all these legal issues, children issues and all these issues. This is the present day culture which is being, imitated by the Indians also from the West. So this is very bad system because people are not educated about what is marriage. The parents, I think even the parents have failed to now command their children to marry the girl or boy that they choose. Now they have left to the children only. You find someone. Or they will put it in some advertising, some website where randomly they pick up based on different things. Height is proper, color is proper, earning is proper. Nobody talks about character because there is no character estimate there. There is no guna estimate there. Everything else will be there except that. So, with these considerations, if they enter into marriage life, there will be a frustrating experience for both parties, both the girl and the boy. Because both are expecting the other person to fulfill their sense gratification. Yes, you can assist the other in fulfilling the sense gratification, but there is a religious way of doing it. So, without these understandings, without this training, one cannot actually become a proper grihastha. If you don't become a proper grihastha, naturally what happens is that life becomes a grahamedi life. Hitvatva papam grihamanda kupam, it is said. Griham andhakupam. Andhakupam means deep, dark well. It's very difficult to come out of the well. Because the selfishness becomes so strong in Grihastha life. My wife, my husband, my children, my family members, my property, my influence, my pratishta, all this my becomes stronger and stronger. Aham mameti, me and mine, me and mine, me and mine. You don't even know who you are. You don't even know what yours is. But you become very strongly attached to this body and then things relate to the body. So this is because there is no training in Grihastha life. And before that, there is no training in Brahmachari life. So that is what we are seeing today. But here what is being mentioned here is a proper training when it is offered to a brahmachari, how a brahmachari will become a grihastha and how he can fulfill his life's desires and finally reach the destination called salvation. How to do that is mentioned here. So, if I have sense gratificatory desires, should I give them up? No need to give up. Nobody is saying you give them up. So many times people ask, to join the temple, to do a full-time service, do we have to leave our parents or family members? No, you don't have to leave anything. There is a great misconception that people carry that you have to leave everything if you want to pursue self-realization. You don't have to leave everything. You have to accept Krishna, add Krishna to your life and regulate everything properly. That is what is self-realization. Sense gratification, self-realization. There is a difference. Sense gratification means do whatever you want to do, whatever comes to your mind, according to your whims and fancies, just burn your life. That is called sense gratification. Self-realization means regulate your sense gratification, regulate your desires. And regulate according to what? Regulate according to scripture, Guru's instruction. Then simultaneously you can have sense gratification, but you can also move towards liberation. This method is an intermediate method. Most of the people can accept this method. But unfortunately, today even this method is also rejected. Because what happens, the desire for sense gratification is so strong that, even though regulation is there, you don't follow the regulation. You tend to break the regulation. For example, if you have a nice sports car and if you have wide roads, government has put a regulation that more than 120 kilometers is not allowed. But you have a sports car which can, take you 180 kilometers also can go very nicely. So then you put the accelerator so much that even though it is crossing 120, you don't bother. Why you don't bother? Because, the vehicle is moving. It's a sports car. Its maximum speed limit is 200 kilometers. And the roads are also nice. So a joyride, you will go for a joyride. Suddenly something comes in the road and there will be an accident. So, Shastra says, even though Pravritti Marga is recommended, one should be very careful because even on royal roads there can be accidents. Just because I have a nice car, I have a nice road, I can't just go with unlimited speed. I still have to follow the regulation of whatever the government has put. So that is why even on best of the roads, government puts regulation. And if they have meters, they have sensors. The sensors can sense that if they are crossing the limit of that particular, speed limit, immediately what comes is fine comes to you. 1,000 rupees for overspeeding, 1,000 rupees, 2,000 rupees. At least that way people can limit. So there must be limit for sense gratification. And that limiting factor is scripture. For example, it is said there are duties for men, duties for women. Both of them have to carry their duties. Children have certain duties. Parents have certain duties. All these duties are there. And one has to follow these duties. You cannot say, I don't care for all these duties. If you don't care for all these duties, then you should not have entered into that kind of an arrangement called a marriage. So that is why people are now scared to enter into the, a marriage situation. Because they are not interested to carry out the duties. Because they think that duties are strictures. You are limiting my independence by asking me to do this. It's not that man is asking women to do this or women is asking man to do this. It's the scripture who is asking both parties to do what to do. So the mentality is, I don't care for these rules and regulations. I just want to be the way I like. Who will object to me if I want to live? This is my life. And my life I want to live the way I like. Who are you to put, okay, it is your life. It's you think like that. It's my car, it's the road, open road. I can go with any amount of speed, then there will be accident. It is your life. And now you have a broken leg and broken hand and a broken neck. It's your life only. This is the foolishness of people. Even though it is being very nicely taught to them that don't speed up, don't be whimsical, don't just do whatever you like to do, care for what scripture says, Acharya says, they think that we are putting restrictions in their life. Then the end result, who will have to suffer or enjoy the end result? Only that person only. In spite of saying so many things, you don't care, then you will have to suffer. So that is why better be careful, even in the Pravritti Marga. So that is why what happens, some people who are very strongly determined, who are strongly oriented towards renunciation, they actually don't accept Pravritti Marga. They accept Nivritti Marga. Nivritti Marga means acting with a realization. Anyway, if I marry, my material life will expand. Better not to marry only. So some people remain as Naishtika Brahmacharis. But if the decision does not take place at the right time, you have to take a decision whether you want to be married or not at the age of 25. 25 you think that I can, remain as an Aishtika brahmachari, but after 15 years of like that, 40 years you again get a thought to get married. Then the life will be spoiled. Na ghar ka, na ghat ka. Neither you are a successful brahmachari, nor will you be a successful grahastha. So that is why once you have taken the decision, stick to the decision and move on. And in this time and days, to be honest, most of the people cannot remain as brahmacharis. So better to accept Krishna conscious process, purify the senses by engaging in different. Now so many grahasthas are also there. Brahmacharis are there, very exceptional people who are remaining as brahmacharis, and kudos to them, all glories to them. But there are also very exceptional grahasthas are also there. The both wife and husband serve together nicely. They cooperate with each other. Their children are also Krishna conscious. So in this way, there is a great opportunity for continuing one's spiritual life. So that is why the Vedic scripture says, dharmartha kama mokshanam dara samprapti hetavaha. Wife is very important for facilitating your material desires in a regulated manner. If wife is not there, there will be irregulated sense gratification, unregulated sense gratification. And that will lead to chaos in the life. So, there is no need to be disappointed that, there is no need to be scared that if I accept a wife, if I get married, there will be a lot of problem. Some people remain brahmacharis with this motive also. Oh, it's unnecessary headache. If I get married, it's unnecessary headache. So I don't want to get married. But your desire for sense gratification is not gone. Then what will you do? Even though, so the realization of I don't want to get married should not come from fear of taking responsibility. It should come from a realization that anyway I have to give up sense gratification one day or the other, why not now? There was an episode in Srila Prabhupada's Leelamrita, one wonderful devotee, his name was Hare Krishna Maharaj. So Hare Krishna Maharaj, Prabhupada only got him married. He has one women disciple, so Prabhupada told him, you get married to this girl. So they both of them got married. So after getting married, Tamal Krishna Maharaj felt that if anyway I have to dedicate my life for Prabhupada, what is the point in getting married? Because this marriage will unnecessarily obstruct my service to Prabhupada. So if she wants, she can do her service to Prabhupada, I can do my service to Prabhupada. But if we are living together, there will be children and all that, unnecessarily our life will be disturbed, devotional life will be disturbed. So he thought like this. And then he approached Srila Prabhupada to give him sannyas. So Prabhupada was reluctant to give him sannyas because he is the one who got him married to another Mataji. So he was very reluctant. So one day Prabhupada called him and asked him, see, you are asking me to give you sannyas. But what will happen to your wife? So then Tamal Krishna Maharaj replied, today or tomorrow this situation will come, Srila Prabhupada. Either today or tomorrow. That means after 20 years or 30 years, I have to come to the same realization. But when I am getting that realization now, what is the problem? One day or the other, you have to come to a renounced situation. So why don't you award me sannyas? So he is not asking Prabhupada out of frustration because of his wife or something like that. He was not asking. Or he was very interested in preaching Krishna consciousness. Neither he got her married by, love marriage or something. It is by the arrangement of Prabhupada only. So Prabhupada was very happy with that statement that he had made. Today or tomorrow, this is supposed to happen. So then actually he gave him sannyas. It's revolutionary what Prabhupada did. People can criticize Prabhupada. You are the one who got him married. How can you give sannyas to him? Because he knew the purpose, complete purpose of life. He didn't give him marriage to that girl, or he didn't give that girl marriage to him so that they can eternally, do sense gratification. No. So now he has come to a stage where he can completely dedicate without any disturbances. So Prabhupada thought that he can be given sannyas. So like that, either you can take the path of regulated sense gratification, or you take the path of Krishna consciousness right away. Both have to lead you to a place or to a point where one has to come to a renounced stage of life. So that is why we have 4 stages. One is brahmachari stage, grahastha stage, and then slowly one has to come from grahastha stage to vanaprastha stage. Vanaprastha stage means your grahastha responsibilities are over. Now you are focusing more time on spending time in Krishna consciousness, thinking about God, doing services in the temple or in a holy place, and then go to a pilgrimage. All these things happen at the vanaprastha stage. And after that, sometime, then one comes to a sannyas stage, where one leaves the wife under the care of his family members, and one alone goes and pursues spiritual life. Today people are working till 70 years, 80 years, 90 years also they are working. The government has, those days government has put 58 years. And one, one politician has reduced from 58 to 55. He thought that, they should get more time for self-realization. And he has been ousted because of that. He is thrown out of the government because he reduced from 55 to 58 to 55. So the next fellow has made it to 60 now. Now the present fellow is making it 62 now. So we don't know how long they will drag on this. The actual time is 50. That too if you are living for 100 years. If you are living for 60, 70 years, when we should take 35 only you have to take, actually speak. Isn't it? This is an assumption that you are living for 100 years. So it has become a subject matter of ridicule, all these things. People are just laughing at it, but it is so important. There is no planning to life at all. So people are, working till the last breath. You're working for what? You're working for Lord or what? You're working to earn money till the last breath. What will that money will do? They will eat away. Your family members will plunder it away, eat away in no time. All the money that you have earned, it will be wasted in no time. So this much intelligence is not there. You neither enjoy that money also. You simply accumulate and then leave the body. That's all. So that is why we have to refer to scriptures, acharyas, instructions, so that we develop a little intelligence. थोड़ा बुद्धि होना चाहिए जीवन कैसा बिताना, how to lead a proper life. Without that buddhi, only everything will be bhrashtaha, everything will be spoiled. Whole human life is spoiled. And you will not get this human life again and again. Don't think that it will just come. Once you slip away from the human life, there is 84 lakhs of species you have to go through and then get back. So don't think that it is such an easy opportunity. It is one of the very, very, very rarest opportunity to get this human form of life, because only in human form of life we can understand all these things and conduct our life properly. So that is why Shastra is telling us, plan your life properly. Decide, have proper training, brahmachari training, and then you decide what you want to be. Whether you want to be a grahastha or whether you want to continue to be a brahmachari, a naishtika brahmachari. Anyway, you have to come to the point of renouncing this world one day. Moksha. Dharma, artha, kama, moksha. So most of the people are stuck with these 3 only. Dharma, artha, kama, dharma, artha, kama, dharma, artha, kama. The cycle is limited to these 3 only. It's not even dharma or the kama. Adharma, adharma, and then from the adharma comes durdhana, not sudhana, durdhana. Durdhana means earning money by foul means. So, adharma, durdhana, unlimited kama, and no moksha. That is what is present society is all about. So when you are stuck in this cycle of adharma, durdhana, unlimited kama, what can you go to liberation? There is no liberation only. That is why these people, old people suggest, अभी से क्यों कर रहे हो सब? तुम अभी भी नहीं कर रहे हो ना? है ना? A 60, 70-year-old fellow will say to his grandchildren, hey, what is the time? He should be ashamed, na? He or she should be ashamed. Even now you are doing and you are telling them not to do at the age of 5. Although Shastra says that from the age of 5 one should start practicing self-realization. Kaumaret, Acharet, Prajna, Dharman, Bhagavatan, Iha. Kaumara means at the age of 5. So this self-realization should start at the age of 5. Now even after 60, 70, you still think that I have a lot of time for my sense gratification. What can be said to such fools? And those fools are not out there. The fool is here. Everyone must see those tendencies in oneself. I am that fool, not that someone out there. We are not criticizing someone else, criticizing that mentality that is sitting in our own heart. The mentality of postponing self-realization. Bahut time hai na. What time? How much time you have? Who is guaranteed of how much time that you have? There is one great Parikshit Maharaj. He was so alarmed that his life is going to end in 7 days. So he immediately ran to the great acharyas and said, I only have 7 days time. Is it sufficient time to complete my self-realization program? He asked this question, and he is considered most intelligent man. And his question is considered to be the most intelligent question. There are no such questions only today. Today all the questions are related how, I can get a better job, I can earn better, my daughter is not married, thoda jatak dikhao. This is what people ask. I am not ridiculing them. The point is they are not trained of what is the goal of life. And the training has to take place before 25 years. And all this useless jargon is fed into these small brains in the name of physics, chemistry, mathematics, this and that and that. And no spirituality is taught. There is no special class. Earlier there used to be moral science class. Now they have scrapped out moral science class. Because there is no morality only. Where is the moral science class? So in this way, the wholesale society is completely immersed in sense gratification, and there is no scope for self-realization. So what can we expect? A society full of fools, full of passionate people who are wanting to achieve so many material things, and then finally frustrated people is what we expect in the society. So whatever stage of life that you may be in now, it is said better late than never. Instead of simply crying, oh, I have wasted my life. Now start. Whatever you are, now you may be in a early stage of brahmacharya or grahastha or vanaprastha, whatever stage that you may be, start now. I don't have much of time. I must now fully focus my concentration, focus my mind on Krishna conscious activities. So that is why Prabhupada actually established these temples for encouraging people, training people for this purpose. Anybody who comes to the temple, not that you just have darshan and break a coconut and offer some prayers and then leave. Why such big halls are constructed? So that people can sit down, at least give 15 minutes, 10 minutes, they can lend their ear and then hear something about Krishna and self-realization. There may be some change in their life. Some people come as if, they rush in and rush out like Bombay trains, metro trains. Jum, 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 jum. They have nothing to do with what is going on here. Even during the Bhagavatam class, people are not interested what is going on. They are completely oblivious to what is happening. Exactly like a metro train. They come in and then go out. That is useless. Millions of lifetimes you go and come like that, you will not get salvation. You will get some spiritual benefits. You will get some punya, but you will not get sukruti by that. So that is why we are offering so many courses, so many training programs here. There we have so many full-time volunteers completely dedicated for this purpose. So why not take advantage of that? You come and register and learn, and then they will teach you how to actually practice self-realization at whatever stage of life that you are in, and do service to God. So when we actually accept that, then our life will take a beautiful turn. Otherwise, one more lifetime is wasted. And then not even sure whether you will get human form of life or not. I know it is quite strong, but the subject matter is strong. I cannot do injustice to it. So if anyone felt a little strong, please forgive me. But think about what I said. Are there any questions? Anybody has comments? Yes.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. There is one section, Prabhuji, that is Vanaprastha has been... Vanaprastha.
Vanaprastha.
Yes, Prabhuji. Grihasthas, brahmacharis will become sannyasis later on, that is okay. They will try to... They will advance in that way. But grihasthas, they are not taught properly. They are coming and going like that. So, their vanaprasthas are very less, Prabhuji. And in all ISKCON temples also, wherever I saw, vanaprasthas are very less, Prabhuji. So why that is going on? It is
no.
we can improve grihastha's life, and so that they will think properly and self-realization, and they'll enter into vanaprastha life, so that it will connect them to again further advancement. So vanaprastha is neglected. I thought like this.
It's not neglected. People are not educated. That is why they don't become vanaprastha. They want to continue to be grahamedis.
Yeah. Lifelong
grahamedis. They don't want to be vanaprasthas.
Yes, no.
And some vanaprasthas, they become vanaprasthas not by their choice, but by the will of providence. Their wife must have left him, so he become automatic vanaprastha. Or some divorcee will become automatic vanaprastha. You understand? Vanaprastha means with the consent of your wife, you have to accept this process.
Yes.
She has to cooperate with you. If she doesn't cooperate, you cannot become a vanaprastha or sannyasi proper.
I'm speaking about both of them, Prabhuji.
Yes.
Not only, it does not mean only husband. Wife also is...
yes, women
soul.
also. Women also.
They
are also in vanaprastha
so both
stage.
of us should be...
Fortunately, in our temple, some people come. Those Matajis who are little older Matajis, they come and do service. Older Prabhus also will come and do service. In fact, all the temple services should be done by them, without expecting any, return. They should simply selflessly do the service. That is very good. That is a good engagement for them. The brahmacharis should be interested in scripture, Vedic scripture, study the scriptures very nicely, and then become strong in their determination, and they can preach Krishna consciousness. And the older people who are in the vanaprastha stage, they should come and do services.
In fact, there is urgency for after getting 50
urgency
years,
for sannyasis actually.
Even for vanaprasthas, it
All
urgency
stages,
is there.
we have urgency of all stages. In fact, urgency of brahmacharya training, that is the basis of all this, na?
Yes.
So we have schools are increasing, but brahmacharis are not increasing. Schools are increasing, fools are increasing. Isn't it? Schools are producing fools instead of producing brahmacharis.
One person I saw, Prabhuji, he is 65 years old. He regularly visits America and comes to India. He travels. Then once I asked, why don't you come to Krishna consciousness? He told, I am very strong now. Now I cannot spend time. There is no time for me. There's a lot of time, maybe 5 or 6 years or 10 years afterwards I will consider. Not now, he said, Prabhuji. So I was surprised actually. When after 65, anytime he can quit the body,
Anytime heart attack will come,
finish,
you kick the bucket.
over. So in that way, people are not at all aware, Prabhuji. They are thinking,
They think that, as long as this is the problem,
Yes.
as long as all your senses are working nicely,
Yeah.
you think that nothing is going to come. You think disease will come and tell you, beta, I am coming, wait 5 minutes. Is it going to tell you like that? It just comes and sweeps you away.
yes, Prabhuji.
It makes you crippled.
They,
And then, suddenly everything is nice, but suddenly everything will be finished. Especially when you become older and older.
they are thinking until they are crippled, they need not come.
No,
For
no,
Krishna consciousness.
not until they are
They are
crippled.
thinking,
Wait,
Yes, sir.
after they become crippled,
Yes.
they go to hospital and get better, and they'll still wait for another cripplement. So this whole process is like this only. You'll go on, That is why people are very much interested to live in cities. For what reason? Next is hospital. Keep yourself near to the hospital.
Yes.
After some time, they'll live in the hospital only. Make their home hospital, or they will live in the hospital. So it is, although we are ridiculing them, but that mentality is there in all of us. We must awaken that spirit of self-realization, not think that everything will be well forever. Anytime, anything. Karmic reactions are such that suddenly everything is nice, some disease comes and then takes him. Some pain, and then he is recognized, he is diagnosed as cancer, stage 4 cancer. What will you do? Isn't it? Have you not seen people like that? Till that time, everything is very nice. And 4th stage of cancer is incurable. He has to leave. So don't take life for granted. That's the point. Any other question? Yes, Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Please accept my humble obeisance.
Hare Krishna.
Prabhu, the system set by Krishna is when you do dharma, then there is economic development, and then you satisfy your senses, and then gradually you understand that the goal of life is moksha. So presently, when there's so much adharma going on, how is it that it's leading to economic development? It's not by Krishna's plan.
So that is why I'm saying adharma is leading to, what is that I said? Durardha? Durdhana.
Durdhana.
Durdhana. It's not a good money that is coming out. This money that is present day, people are earning this money is cheating money. If you have a lot of disparity between people in terms of money, there must be cheating going on. Somebody is earning lakhs of rupees a month, somebody is earning just few thousand rupees a month. If that much disparity is there, means there must be some cheating. So this is adharma durdhana. This is not the dharma proper artha. And then it leads to unlimited kama. What can we do? The whole system is like that. You can't actually exist in this world. If you want to be honest here, you'll be kicked out. You have to be part of that dishonest system. If you go to any government office, if you go to any registration office, there is a money for every document. You have to pay money, extra money, service charge, and the part of it will go to from the peon to the registrar. Everybody gets their share, and it's a norm. You cannot ask. Suppose if you say I don't want to pay, then the registrar will look at your document and point out 1,000 mistakes in that. You perpetually run to that registrar to get the document perfect. The moment you put money, nothing is seen. Everything will be fine. It is open cheating, no? But none of us are able to point out this because we want our work to be done. ठीक है, कौन करता है ये सब? So giving bribe has become a norm now. So like that, everywhere there is cheating so much. And that is why, what is the Result of that, the prices are also increasing. When you have a lot of money, naturally, people can afford to buy things at a high price. So that is why you have in cities, there are ghettos and there are very rich, dwellings. Bombay, if you see, there are ghettos. Not only Bombay, even Hyderabad you will find. Every Haveli will have a gully. है ना? Big, big Havelis are there and gullies are also there. These Haveli people also want gully. You know why? The housemaids, servants also should come there, na? So suppose everyone is a very high-fi fellow, who will work for you? Then it is like a America-like situation. In America, everything is machine only. There is a dishwasher, there is a machine for cleaning the floor, there is a machine for washing the clothes, drying the clothes, dryer, washer, everything. Everything is machine. So we are not, in India we have still not yet graduated to that level, but soon it is coming anyway. Money. Bad money. Bad money. It is said bad money drives away good money.
That's why they don't come to the stage of moksha at all, because it's the whole basis is bad money.
Basis is wrong. That is why there is no conception of moksha only. In fact, they have made moksha a mockery.
Yeah.
It's all hoax.
Yes.
What moksha you are talking about? This is all for backward people. Moksha, giksha and all that. Life is meant for enjoyment. Enjoy yourself. So that is why they have to make a philosophy for this, now for justifying this. So that is why they have invalidated the whole scriptures through scientific advancement. This is not an occurrence. This is a systematic, systematic sabotaging the value of the scriptures by the modern scientific advancement. And most of us do not understand. We are just part of this cycle.
Thank you so much.
Anything else? Okay, we'll stop here. Grantaraj Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai.